Alrighty guys, so welcome to the channel. We're gonna film a little gear video. We're gonna show you the rods I carry with me and what's all in the big tackle backpack that's off the side here. Figured what better way to start off a fishing channel than to show you guys what I fish with, right? So we'll start off with this spinning reel here. I got it at Walmart a couple weeks ago. It's a Shakespeare Reverb. It's like 16 bucks. It's just a cheap little spinning reel, nothing super fancy, just something I could keep in the bed of the truck, or keep in the toolbox of the truck here, and if it gets stolen or ruined, it gets stolen or ruined. I'm not too worried about it. It's got spider wire, like 10-pound braid on it. Not a big fan of the spider wire. It's been on here for 2 weeks. It's starting to fray and just, I don't know, I'm afraid it's gonna break one of these days. The hell is that noise? But right now it's paired with a Strike King Bitsy Minnow. It's hard to see. Bitsy Minnow with the color is Tennessee Shad. Let me get it off here for you. Treble hooks, alright. Hook everything but fish sometimes. Yes, I know the drags are released. I have that done on purpose. But yeah, a little Tennessee Shad colored Bitsy Minnow here. It's paint's missing because I've been throwing it around rocks at a pond at work, and they're just crushing it. They're loving it. They love the subtle things, so definitely have to shoot a video there of catching some, nothing huge, just baby bluegill, some tiny bass. I'm talking bass that are this big. I mean, they're tiny. If I can find a picture, I'll put one in. But that's the spinning combo I carry with me, just something I can throw with catch some bluegill, some crappie. Caught some crappie on that first day I ever had it, so it's pretty cool. Moving to the bait casting combos here, we got Abu Garcia Pro Max or Max Pro bait caster here with 20-pound Beyond braid here, white. I like this stuff. I've had it on there for about 1.5 years. Looks pretty nice. Paired with it, and then it goes to a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, right? There's the knot, it's a braid fluorocarbon here. Ooh, that needs about tied back on. That's starting to get pretty frayed. And then it's paired on a Guggen Gold Series, Guggen Swad Gold Series Twitch rod. I've had this this is really the first season I've had this for. That's why it doesn't look too worn. I got it for discounted like $100 last year, so it was pretty cool. I've caught a few fish on it this year so far. So I have 2 of the Guggen rods, and I know not everybody does, but I've had the one for about 3 years, and I do like them. I think they're a decent, I'm not saying they're the best high quality rod, but I think they're pretty good for the price point. But don't ask me, I'm not a professional fisherman. Shit, sometimes I have all this gear and I don't even catch fish half the time, so. But paired with it is a Berkley Powerbait Gilly here with a wacky rig, with a 1/0 wacky rig hook through the nose of them, and he's got a little nail weight right in there to kind of keep some weight there, and throw it out there and just slowly twitch the rod as it comes back, and she swims like a real bluegill. And I've had quite a few bites on it this year with the bluegill spawn, so I like that. I like throwing that. It's fun. And then moving on to the one I've had the longest time is this is another, I guess I'll show you the reel first. This is another Abu Garcia Pro Max or Max Pro fishing reel here, and paired with another Guggen Squad Gold Series rod. This is the muscle rod. This is their big heavy rod. I got this one for free when you got a year of Mystery Tackle Box, so I paid like $200. Got a bunch of free, or like year supply of Mystery Tackle Box, and got a free rod with it. And then paired on it is this green, give some lighting so I can get closer to the camera, is this green Z-Man chatterbait here with a Guggen Squad Bandito Bug Natural 3.3, the junior. So this thing looks pretty nice going through the water. This beautiful green color. I really like these Z-Man chatterbaits. They're the original chatterbait, as it says on the blade, but they have a real nice action going through the water, and they're relatively cheap. I think I paid $4 for that at Walmart, so that's not too bad. And then this has also got that white Beyond braid braided fishing line to a fluorocarbon leader. This one's a little bit longer because I just tied this one on the other day, but there's the knot for that. So I like both of these. I've caught plenty of fish on all three of these rods actually. So I'd like to get another bait cast combo here, another medium, like a medium to medium heavy. This is more of like a medium rod. I'd like to get a little medium heavy to be able to throw some topwater stuff on. That way I have 3 stuff rigged up, because I like to, that way you have to tie less and everything like that. But those rods work pretty well for me right now. I'm not really in the budget, or not really looking to go buy another rod right now. But here's the tackle bag, the big Lew's mock backpack thing that's stuffed full of stuff. So we'll start up front here. We have the Googan Squad pliers here. These are pretty nice, the split ring pliers with the crimpers and the cutters here for your fishing line, stuff like that. The split ring I haven't really used. I've used it sometimes. I've actually used these to put keys on my truck keys, so that's kind of nice. And then I also carry with me all the time for work and just anything else in general. This is a Leatherman Arc. I love this thing. All the tools are super readily available. It stays on the hip at all times. It's not really part of the fishing gear, but I did use it to take hooks out of fish before. So then we have the Googan braid scissors. These are okay. I got these 2 together for like cheap. These are okay. They're not my favorite. I have to pull the braid tight to be able to cut it, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get some new ones here after a few weeks here. So we have those just live up front here, and then also up front here, if you get it out, is my wacky rig tool. Just shove your Senko in here and take your O-ring and throw it up here. I don't really ever throw a wacky rig, but I do sometimes. You know, if you really need to, if you're really desperate, you can. I don't like to. I'm not a big. I like fast moving stuff, but sometimes the fish don't like fast moving stuff. So that just lives up front here. These live right here. There's gonna be a lot of Googan stuff in this video. Not sponsored by Googan. I just like some of their stuff. I've had good luck, and yeah. So starting up top here with this. I'm sorry if that's really loud. If I keep slamming this on the tailgate, I'm not meaning to. Up here we have all of my, not all, but a lot of my creature baits. So like I said, a lot of Googan stuff. I've had most of this stuff for most of the stuff I got last year. So starting off strong, here we got the Googan Bandito bugs and June bug. I love this colorway. It's hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see that beautiful purple with the like teal / green flake. I love this stuff. I bought these right at the end of the season last year because I got them on sale. Then I have the same thing, Bandito bugs in the baby blue. These are nice. Got that pretty blue. It's hard to see on camera. There's that pretty like blue tint to them with the green pumpkin natural colorway. Those look real nice. Rattle and Chunks. That's technically I have an AirPod in. That's what the mic is. So we have that. And that green with that, what is this? This is natural color, so it's got that green pumpkin with the blue flakish in it, so that looks pretty good. I haven't really thrown those, and haven't really found a need for those. I kind of got those. I got those in a Mr. Tackle actually, and that's where some of this stuff came from too. Here we go. Here's the Nuke Punch, the blue and black flake. I actually didn't know I had these. Look at that. Black with the blue flake, Nuke Punch. These are nice. These are good for your Texas rigs, punching around the cover and everything like that. That's what they're designed for. It's basically a Bandito bug without the extra flanges. It's a little bit thicker. This one won't seal, but these are the Bandito bug Okeechobee Crawl. So they have that green there, and then you flip it over, they have that blue glittery flake. It's really hard to see in the camera. But I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching this probably know all these colors. And then same thing, Bandito bug, blue and black flake, same as that Nuke Punch there. It's that black with the blue. I'm not gonna open all these, you guys. I like this color, Bandito bug, Alabama Crawl. So you got the green on this side, And then the orange and black fleck on that side. That's pretty nice. Green pumpkin purple new punches. So they're green pumpkin on one side, green pumpkin on the one side, purple on the other. So those are nice. Same colorway and a bandito bug. That's nice. And then here's the natural bandito bugs. This is what's on that chatterbait that I was showing you guys. These pair real nice up with your natural colors. I like those colorways. Here's Crack and Crawl Jr. Got these in a mystery tackle box. That natural color, or green pumpkin, sorry, not natural. Very similar color. And then here is a Bandito Bug Jr. What is this? This is the Watermelon Red Flake. I like these ones. It's that watermelon green with red glitter in them. Those look pretty nice. And then I got these a couple weeks ago because I really like the Zoom stuff. They're cheap and they come in here and this thing is like $6, whatever. But the Super Salt Ultra Vibe Speed Crawl White Pearl. I have this on a white chatterbait and the fish just love it. Beautiful little action. I'll show you this because Bandito bugs are kind of all the same. Look at this thing. Look how juicy that looks. So we'll get this stuff back in the top and we'll move on to the side then. Alrighty, so that was the top. Moving on to the side, this side pouch here. This is where I keep, there's two of them. Actually, I'll show you. Whoa. There's this one and this one. This is where I keep all my line and stuff like that. So I like to keep a lot of spare line with me. That's all tangled up. That's a giant mess. So, and then that's this extra. I like to keep electrical tape with me just in case. You never know if you cut yourself or something like that, or just need to tie something up. That's nice. So here we have the Beyond Braid White. This is that spool. This is what, 500 yards, 250, 500 yards. I bought this and from Beyond Braid. Sorry, I have this, making sure nobody pulls in the driveway. This and the American flag here. This stuff's cool. It looks good on rods. That's a 30 pound there, right? Yeah, 30 pound. So I like the Beyond Braid stuff. Like I said, they're relatively cheap. At least they were when I bought these. I haven't bought anything else from them in a while because I have enough fishing line. But the white Beyond Braid, the American flag Beyond Braid. This is what I use for my fluorocarbon leaders. The Berkley Vanish Easy Cast. This stuff's nice. I've had this on some rods, and I might spool this onto that spinning rod because it's 250 yards. But this stuff's nice for fluorocarbon leaders. It's relatively cheap. It's pretty nice stuff. Then here I have, oh, that broke. I have Power Pro. This stuff's from Walmart. This is 20 pound test braid here. Green stuff, same stuff, it's the same color that's on the spinning reel. I have a few spools of that here, just extra stuff. I like to run braid on everything. I know technically you shouldn't, but I don't really care that much. I like the braid. The braid's been good to me, so we're gonna keep running it. I don't like the fluorocarbon because it has the memory and stuff like that, and it's not the best thing for me. So stuff those back in there. Moving on to this side pouch down here. I know it's hard to see. This side pouch down here, this thing, we have a Zebco Delar 228 scale. I got this in a tackle box at the flea market, and I've never used it. I don't know. I want to get a digital scale just because, I don't know, this thing is just old and janky and I'm afraid it's going to break. It probably won't because it's Zebco and the fucking things are like invincible, but it's got a tape measure on it. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's definitely old. It's unique, but it lives here and it's never been used, like I said. Also, I don't catch big fish, so I don't really care to weigh it. Moving on to the side pouch here. This is where I keep some of my worms and stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of good stuff. I bought some of it for cheap and I like it. So these are the Dugan Blazing Worms here. So the Blazing Worm, just the regular one, and plum, pretty nice colorway. Then we have them in Chartreuse Pepper Green Fleck. Ugh, can't speak. That's a pretty nice color. Pretty old. bright green. Then we have them in just the green pumpkin. Green pumpkin, can't go wrong with it. Beautiful color. Here's the Slizzard, the Flamin' Hot. These are pretty cool. These have nice action if you Texas rig them and stuff like that, but I like these. I haven't thrown them much, but I do like them. And then I have Zoom Swimming Super Fluke Smoking Shad. This is a beautiful colorway for Zoom. Got that silver/white with that like grayish, bluish, black or blue flake with the silver stuff. Oh, it's a smoking. That's why it's called Smoking Shad. I have Arkansas Shiner Flukes, Super Flukes here. These are cool. I like these flukes. I like the Texas rig. They're on weightless, and the one, but about the same color as the Smoking Shad, just a little bit lighter, but it's beautiful color there. Like I said, you can't go wrong with the Zoom stuff. They're cheap and proven. Some Yamamoto Senkos here. Bought these for Texas or for wacky rigs and some other stuff, but these are pretty nice. They're okay. They're green. I don't even know what they call it here. Watermelon green or whatever. Watermelon, whatever. The Fluke White Ice. These are cool. They're yellowing because they've been out in the sun a little bit, but those are kind of cool. So that's what's in this side pouch here. Stuck this stuff away. All right, so moving on to the other side here would be this side here. This is trash from some stuff. If you open new baits at the lake or wherever you go, pick up your trash, people. Walked around, there was a bunch of trash laying there this morning. It was kind of sad. Kind of sad. In this pocket, I have this like hook set. My girlfriend's mom got it for me for Christmas. It's kind of cool. It's got a bunch of different stuff in it. There's regular weights, some spoons, some beads, a bunch of barrel swivels, split shots, some bobber stoppers. Those are nice. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. I like this. It's cool. It's nice to just grab and go. In this side pocket here, we have our first Walmart Ziploc bag because I wasn't going to go spend the money on a money bag because I buy a Ziploc bag that does the same thing. So here we have, I don't even know what you call this. These are the like my worm bag-ish, I guess you could call it. So we have some 13 fish and worms in here. These, a lot of this stuff I haven't thrown because a lot of it just got piled away in here because I like to throw the same stuff over and over. These are some tickle grubs from Callan's, mystery tackle box stuff. Some like crappie baits and bluegill baits and stuff like that. Here's some swimmers. Maybe these should probably be over in the other one, but I ran out of room. Purple, like a clear with a bunch of purple flick on them. Those are kind of cool. Here's more crappie baits, twin tails. These are kind of cool. I don't remember these. I guess you could use these for bass too. They're kind of neat. Little twin tail, be nice little trailers. Throw a little Texas rig those things. Probably have some pretty good action going through the water. Make sure it's closed. Here's some Lake Fork Senkos for the, I don't even know what, trophy lures, I guess. These are a bunch of different stuff. Like I said, some of the stuff I don't even know what's in here. Some more of the same thing, Senkos. Here's some green smoke with black and red flake. I guess that isn't smoke, it isn't green, it's like a clear. That's cool, some more Senkos. Here's some creature stuff, little adrenaline bugs. These are kind of cool, purple with black. Here's a black and blue, very similar to the Zoom. Not exactly the same, but that same kind of crawl style. Here's some watermelon red crawls. These are kind of cool, big baits. Big bite baits. Yeah, those are kind of cool. And then these are the Z-Mans here. These are kind of cool. An orange crawl. This thing is super nice through the water. I have this paired on an orange chatterbait. Great. And then here's a watermelon green. Same kind of style. Different baits. This is the goat. This is the crow crawls. Those are kind of cool. And then here is Master Tackle Box stuff. Here's some more worms, some blue. That's actually a beautiful color. I might have to keep that back. I don't think I might throw that next time I'm out. And then more Senkos here. And then we got more of the big bite baits, like worms here. These are kind of cool. And then more Z-Man goat. So, oh yeah, I have 2 of those. So they're that same color. So we'll move on to the next one. All right, moving on to this side here. I was gonna put that stuff back, but it occurs to me I really have to organize stuff. So we're gonna do that, not on video, after this video. So, well, that's the side I already did. Never mind, hush my mouth. Alrighty, we did up here. Yes, we did. Or no, we did not. So over here is all of my, not all, but a lot of my swim bait stuff. So Exo Swim swim baits in green. These are nice. The Saucy Slimmers from Googan, and I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's a purple top with a pink / like white exterior or a bottom. It's super hard to see on camera. Beautiful color in person. Pair that with a white jig that I actually lost. RIP. It did great. I love that thing. Saucy Swimmers here. These are nice. White, the green on top, white on the bottom. Saucy Slimmers, same as these, just in this colorway. The white on top, or the green on top, white on bottom. So that's pretty cool. More of these. You got your white and your white top, clear / silver bottom, and then your just solid green pumpkin all around. Nice little kit for like a couple different colors in there. So those are pretty cool. Berkley Power Bait, hollow swimmers. These are kind of cool. Haven't really thrown them, but they are kind of nice. There's a tractor going by. KVD Strike King, the white swimmers, very similar to the Zooms, not exactly, but similar. That white swim bait kind of style. These are this one's pre-rigged, actually, look at that. That's a clear swim bait with like there's a pearl swim bait with a clear / like flaky color. Those are kind of cool. I've never thrown one, but they are kind of neat. And then some Strike King, more minnows, very similar to the Berkleys are. So that's kind of cool. A lot of different stuff in here. So move on to the next side. I don't know why I paused it, but so we moved to the top, this, and all the sides. Now it comes into the big part. So this opens up. This is a nice backpack. I got this for like 50 bucks. So we'll go through this bag at the end. This is where all your hard tackle cases are. So here in this big box is all my jigs. Tip them, but I'll show you guys. I don't know how well you guys can see. I'm staring. I can't see hardly well on the camera. So we have a buzzbait here from Googan. I'm not a big buzzbait fan, but you can throw them if you like them. Here's a Strike King spinnerbait with one of those Googan white trailers on it. Looks real nice in the water. Just cut that off. It's ready to be tied back on. Don't have to worry about doing it out there. Here's another spinnerbait. This is also from Strike King, I believe. Beautiful chartreuse with the white. Here is a Z-Man. Here's that white chatterbait I was telling you guys about. That Z-Man mini chatterbait with the Zoom speed crawl on it. This thing does cool. It looks awesome through the water. But I like the chatterbaits. It's kind of like my go-to. Here's I don't know the brand. Here's a white jig with some rattlers on it, swim jig. Those are kind of nice. Bought that at Thin Feather and Fur. And then divider needs to go down. Here's another Z-Man chatterbait in this red. Like here's that one with the speed with that crawl I was telling you about. This thing does real nice through the water. It looks pretty cool, and throw some darker stuff. There's some more trailers and stuff like that. Here's a Googan clickbait chatterbait thing. I like the original. I like the Z-Man chatterbaits more than I like the Googan, just because they seem to have a better action to them. And Z-Man owns the rights. But here's that same orange. This is paired with a Vile Crawl, like pretty nice crawl trailer. This thing looks pretty nice. I haven't thrown that in a while, but and then over here we have, oh, they're all tangled up. It's like worse than treble hooks over here. Here's this orange jig. It's the same brand as this white jig with the rattlers. This one just doesn't have the rattlers, with a bandito bug and the red watermelon flake, like I was telling you guys. That's pretty nice there. Here is a green swim jig. Just a, I don't know the brand of it, like a green natural swim jig with nothing on it. Here is a small little like football pitching jig. It's a green with some blue flake in it. It's hard to see. That's kind of nice. I haven't thrown it, but it looks cool. Here's a jig with a trailer needs re-rigged. It's kind of all wonky. Guggen swimmer on it with a and then it's got Guggen swimmer with the black with like a blue tint, or green with like a blue tint to it here. So that's kind of nice going through the water. It looks pretty cool. And then here we have this beautiful, I've thrown this and had some luck, quite a bit of good luck. It's this green jig, but I don't know if you guys can see it. There's like a, on the skirts here. I keep thinking like somebody's pulling in the driveway. There's like a reddish pinkish color, and that's paired with another one of them Guggen watermelon red bandito bugs. This thing is beautiful. I have a black and blue jig here with a bandito bug. That's one of those baby blues with the green with the little blue tint. That thing does alright. I'm not a huge black and blue guy, but I like it. Here's a pretty nice one. These are two identical jigs actually, the same color and everything. One has a trailer, one does not. It's a green with a blue, and it's paired with that Okeechobee craw bandito bug. Beautiful. And this is the same. I'm trying to run through this stuff so the video's not too long, because we're already up to almost half an hour. So if you guys want to see anything more in depth, just let me know and I will gladly go into it, because I still got a little bit more to cover here. Here's another swim jig with a green with like a reddish maroon flake in it, no trailer on it. Here's another jig with purple. It's that same style, just with purple and stuff. With I actually don't even know what is on that as a trailer. Little like minnow looking thing. And then here's a watermelon red with purple accent jig. It's kind of cool. Got a bunch of different colors on it. I like fishing jigs. It's just easy way to fish. I don't know, it's not really, but I like swim fishing with them. I had quite a bit of good luck with them. So moving on, here's the terminal tackle. Oh, and the reason these are all Guggen branded is because I got a deal in a Guggen bag, and so that's where all these boxes came from. This big one came in the backpack. But these are nice. So here's my terminal tackle, which is a fucking disaster. I'm not really gonna go into too much detail in here. You got your hooks, wacky hooks, EGW hooks, Ned rig hooks, Ned rig hook, and then like a swim bait hook. Here's a jig that the skirt fell off of, so I have that in here. Some tungsten bullet weights for Texas rigs, bullet stops, nail weights, barrel swivels, offset worm hooks. You know the deal. Moving on to this. This is my this is like my pond hopping box. If I don't want to carry this big bag with me, I'll just grab this. So it's got a bunch of different stuff. Here's a donkey rig. I don't know if you guys know what that is, where the two like swim baits looks like they're going in and out. It looks cool. Never caught anything on it. Here's this is a Lunker Hunt popping topwater frog. This thing looks pretty cool going through the water, because you pull it through and the leg go like I was a frog, so that's kind of cool. I have this big ass Berkley glide bait, because I kept seeing stuff online about people throwing glide baits and it looked cool. So I have this, swims through the water, never caught anything on it, but oh well, you win some, you lose some. Here's some poppers, black, just real light topwater stuff. And here's a Berkley Chapo Whopper Popper going through the water. These things sound awesome. I threw this morning for a little bit and had some bites, but nothing took it down all the way. And then here's a bunch of swim baits. These are all just Strike Kings, I think. A couple smaller one, a little bit bigger one, and then a little bit same size as the other one. Ow, treble hooks. But here's a jerk bait. I had some luck. I don't like to fish jerk baits a lot, but I've had some luck with this. This is a pretty nice colorway there. And then another jerk bait, and then this is like, I don't know, it's like another topwater, but she like sits on the, I can't think of the name. Those look pretty nice. Sorry for the sirens. Here's another jerk bait. That's a beautiful colorway. That's a Guggen right there. But those live in the palm popping box here, just because I wanted something to where I didn't have to carry everything with me if I didn't want to. And then over here is just a bunch of miscellaneous. There's a bunch of miscellaneous soft plastics, like some worms, fluke, swim thing, other swim, bandito bug. Actually, you know what? I'm wildly incorrect. This is not my palm popping box. This is my kind of catch-all box. I was sitting there looking at it like, no, I knew I had some other stuff in the pond hopping box. So yeah, that's the miscellaneous box, that's not the pond hopping one. This one is the pond hopping box. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So, going through here, we have this Headhunter, which I got because I got it in Mr. Chocolate Box. Never thrown it, but it's kind of cool. We have couple EWG hooks, some bobber stoppers, bullet weights, nail weights, jig heads. It's your standard pond hopping box, you know. White spinner bait, black and blue chowder bait there. This frog I got at Walmart for like $3. It's kind of cool. And then this is a beautiful jig here with a Guggen jig with a Guggen swimmer on it. That green with blue, it looks like a little bluegill going through there. I have 2 of those in here, actually. Look at that. I didn't know there was 2 of those. One of those is going to go in the jig box. And then here's this thing. This is that same brand of that white jig that I lost. I don't know the brand. It looks really nice with a swimmer on it. This is a beautiful jig. And then I have a little Lunker Hunt popping toad, or not popping toad, pocket toad. Small little frog like what we've seen before. And then a Texas rig bandito bug. And then in here I've also got couple square bill crankbanks, lipless crankbaits, couple jerk baits, swim bait, and then a bigger whopper popper here, dual whopper popper kind of thing. It's hard to see because they're all tangled up, but that thing, got that from Mr. Chocolate Box. You were all in here before, come on. Okay, I'll mess with that later. And then just miscellaneous plastics. Happy Trailer, Luke Punch, some crawls, bandito bugs, just miscellaneous stuff. If I lose, I'm not going to be too sad about, kind of thing. Tuck these around in here. Okay, that's not going to close, so we're going to set this off to the side and mess with that at the end. Here's my bluegill box. It's just it's got some bobbers in it, or crappie box, whatever you want to call it. These tube things, pre-rigged crappie / bluegill stuff, you know, just another one of these, another one of those Bitsy Minnow crankbaits, and like a blue and chartreuse. This thing looks beautiful. I haven't thrown that one much. I've thrown it a little bit, and then just a bunch of small eagle claw hooks, just basic stuff. That's a lot of siren. Okay. And then here is my crankbait box. You know, lipless, square bills, everything else. Crankbaits. I don't really throw crankbaits because I'm not the biggest fan of them. I like them, but you know. But that's the gear review. Like I said, if you guys want me to go into depth about anything, just let me know and I'll gladly make a video about it. So, alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.